Good afternoon. It is a beautiful Monday, and as promised, I decided to start connecting with you guys live on Facebook, and I wanted to talk specifically with you this morning about angel cards. So I'm actually at home at the moment taking a half day off, so a little bit of work and just a little bit of catch up after what has been the most incredible weekend. I've been teaching lots of beautiful Reiki 1 students, and we were out at Cottesloe, and it was just a really wonderful workshop. So I like to, wherever possible, take a bit of a down day on a Monday when I've been working all weekend. As much as I love Reiki, it's nice to take some time to just sit in gratitude. Hi Carmen, lovely to have you here. I hope you're enjoying your Monday. So I like to get inspired on a Monday morning, and one of my most favorite tools is angel cards, and I actually have a set with me that I wanted to introduce you to. I know it's going to be backwards, but these ones are actually called Nature's Whispers. So they're oracle cards, and these were actually gifted to me by one of my best friends. She bought them for me for my birthday, and because of that reason, they have extra special meaning for me. So I do use them a lot when I'm working with my Reiki sessions. And I like to work with both my intuition and just diving into the cards, as well as, sometimes I will refer to the book and read the message. I get an intuitive knowing as to whether the message is just really beautifully already created in the books, and whether it's just sharing that message, or whether I go from intuition. So I really just trust the process as it unfolds with each client. So I wanted to share a little bit how you could incorporate working with angel cards and doing a little mini angel card reading in your session. And also for those of you that are new to Reiki, you can also incorporate using the cards just to really give you a positive message for the day, and to keep you inspired and happy. And for me, it's a really wonderful way to connect to my guidance. As soon as I can dive into the images, and this is what I love about this deck, and I'll show you a few. I'll actually choose a couple of cards with you. So what I'm doing at the moment, you can't see, but I am actually just shuffling them. So the first thing you need to do when you get your deck is actually, I've broken my finger, so I'll have to do it with my left hand. But normally what you do is you knock 3 times, and what you're doing is just sending light through the cards. Hi Kerry, lovely to see you here. Hi Lauren, lovely to catch up with you too. I'll try and connect in and say hi, and at the same time follow with the card reading. So what you're doing when you're knocking the cards is you're actually sending light through the cards, and it just clears them and resets them for for this particular session. So, and I like to either ask a question, so if there's something that's been on my mind, or if I'm not sure, I just want, I would just love, a beautiful message, something that's relevant to me. So today I'm actually going to ask, and I always call in the light, so I call in Reiki and activate the energy. So that to me is, I just simply close my eyes and imagine myself surrounded by the beautiful white light. And I can feel the energy start to flow as soon as I set that intention. And if you work with the Reiki symbols, hi Tyne, you can also, draw the Reiki symbols, your master symbols, or the power symbol is a really good one to use just over your cards, and just hold. So you just draw your power symbol over the cards and just hold on to them for a moment and get that really good connection. And so I'm doing that now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually ask that I read a card for you guys today, one that's going to bring a message that is helpful for myself and also for you guys as well. So I'm just giving them a shuffle now. What I do is I usually hand these over to my cards. I always put my own energy and heart to the cards, and then I bond and connect with the client that I'm working with, and then I ask them to shuffle them. And while we're doing that, we're really thinking about an intention. So what is it that I really want to experience? And to me, what I'm getting now is just, how can I bring more joy into my life? And that's kind of my go-to question when I run out of things to ask for, or if I'm looking for a focus. I love the saying that I follow the joy, because to me it's, I like to bring in fun into my life, and so where there's fun and where there's joy, that's where I continue to like to put my focus on. All right, so I'm just going to take a few moments to just close my eyes and just choose a couple of cards. 3 cards. So 3 cards. One kind of jumped out at me, which is interesting. All right, let's see what we've got. And I'll put, okay, this is really funny. So the first one I got is Be Gentle with Yourself. So this is a beautiful card. So, this is quite significant for me, because there's a tendency for me to just want to keep rushing into life. And so this card is really just, and especially when I look at the card and the way that, I don't know if you can see, the way that she's just holding her hand close to her heart. And so for me, she looks to be in a really reflective mode. So this message is about, maybe there's something, even just something little we can do that allows us to be kinder and gentler to ourselves. And even when I tune into the card as well, nature is a great way. So for me, when I think of how can I get inspired to be gentler, and what is it that I can do that will bring more peace into my world today. So if we're just focusing on just for today, I just have to think of my beautiful little puppy dog. Well, she's not a puppy, Rosie. She's little. I like to think of her like my puppy. I'll call Rosie in and snuggle up with her, and that always brings me a sense of peace and gets me back into the moment. And nature, getting back into nature can really allow us to just get present and take some time out. So that's the message. Be gentle with yourself. And my message for you today is perhaps you can take just a few moments to go stand outside, ground your energy, and just get back to nature. And even just as simple as I did it just before I came on this live feed, I literally, kicked my shoes off and walked around out the back and felt the grass beneath my feet and the sun on my back. And it doesn't take long to just tune in and recharge yourself. So there's the message. Okay, the second one that we have today is the big picture. Okay, so just looking at this, the first thing that I'm noticing, and I'll show you this beautiful card as well. So focus on, sometimes we can get stuck on the details, Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Teresa. I absolutely love that deck. The artwork is breathtaking. It is. It's really amazing. And in terms of activating the right brain and the creativity, having images like this, I'll definitely put the details of where you can buy them from. They're called Nature's Whispers by Angela Hartfield and Josephine Wall. So this card, when I look at this, it's in life, I think, and I know this of myself as well, sometimes we can get stuck on the details, and it can be really handy to either flip to the bigger picture and come back to, to me, this message is really about what's your why? Why are you doing what you're doing? Because life can sometimes be really stressful, and we can get caught up in the day-to-day living, and especially as healers and light workers, we're always wanting to serve and to help people, and sometimes we can get stuck on the nitty-gritty. And to me, this card is just reminding me that step back, allow yourself to trust in the universe. The universe has your back. So it really is, I'm really drawn to the hands as well in this deck. So to me, it's about coming back to that broader mission of following your heart, trusting your intuition, trusting that everything happens as it's meant to. And know that when the intention is to give love and to inspire others and to share with them, especially with Reiki, it's such a beautiful, loving modality, that there's an intention then that life will flourish for you and for others. And I really like that. Focus on all the bright aspects of life. Can be really interesting with the mind. It can take us to, we do sometimes slip into worry and And yeah, these angel cards, often give us the reminder. Sometimes it can be the opposite. I focus too big. I'm a big thinker. It's even on my vision board, think big. Sometimes we get too caught up in the bigger picture that we miss the smaller details. So feel into what that message means for you today, whether you need to shift into the bigger thinking, or whether, you want to focus on the details. Hi Claire, lovely to see you again, hun. Having a hard time lately. Can you tell me more when things will settle for me, please? I understand where you're at, Claire, and I know, for me this year started with one of my dear Reiki masters passing, and I was asking that exact same question. How do we stay in alignment when life just seems to be throwing us curveballs, and, or when it can be really particularly tough? And the answer, really is about choosing to focus on the small things that bring you joy. And I know sometimes it's easy to get caught up and overwhelmed with the problems. And I like to, well, look here, here's the last card, ideal course of action. So sometimes we have to surrender to the problems that we can't, the things that we can't change. There is this surrender process. I like to ask myself a few things when I'm making decisions, or when there's problems that I'm experiencing in life. Is can I do something about this issue? If I can, then I look to where and how I can take action, and whether I can take action in the near future, or whether it's something that I'll have to plan for. And then I also like to come back into my heart and into, sometimes there's issues in life and things that we just have to find acceptance of. So, I certainly didn't want to break my finger right before teaching a really large Reiki 1 workshop. And it was saving my little dog. That's how I did it. We had a friend come over and she brought 2 dogs, and my dog and her dog were like at each other, and they were really fighting. And one of them was cornering Rosie, I've got a Maltese Shih Tzu, cornering her into the wall. And as I could feel that Rosie was tiring, and we tried letting them battle it out, thinking that one of them will dominate and then they'll relax. But no, these 2 did not want to, it was quite interesting because neither one wanted to submit, and there was just this battle. And in the end, I put my hand in to pick Rosie up, and as I did, my hand collected the wall, and turns out I've broken my finger. And it's my right hand, so it's making it very difficult to type, and making it difficult to, on the weekend I couldn't lift anything, but I'm so surrounded by beautiful Reiki masters, and I kind of looked to the situation, and I realized that, well, what can I do about it? One of the things is I can actually look on the bright side and think, isn't it a blessing that I am surrounded by beautiful people, that I've got a team of Reiki masters that can help me. And also sometimes it's not what happens to us, it's how we deal with it that brings, ease into life. So, and to be honest, it's a contrast we experience that really allows for us to grow and to learn. And sometimes chaos comes when, I don't feel it's as a punishment. I feel like chaos comes, and we just need to look for different ways to experience and to do things. Okay, Beck, I'm just going to flick through a question. Love that deck. I've got the Whispers of Healing by Angela and Josephine. Yeah, they're beautiful. A general card of guidance, please. Okay, so let's see what we can come up with for you. So that's for Beck. So just for you today, hun. All right, today you get renewal of peace. All right, so what I want you to do is I want you to tune into this card. To me, there's something really nurturing about this. It's about finding a sacred space for you, and just take a few moments to just breathe and just be in the presence of your own beautiful illuminated light. Sometimes we make it way more complicated than it needs to be. I've been known to go sneak off into the toilet when I'm in a busy place, and just, sometimes it's just taking a few moments, washing my hands in the bathroom and just really connecting to the water and just feeling the presence of the water on my hands, and or just taking yourself into a quiet place, or just going and locking yourself in the bedroom and just closing the door. It doesn't have to take long to nurture yourself. So when you're attuned to Reiki, obviously you can run energy. So that's your general guidance today, is just renew peace. Find see if you can write a list of 5 things, Beck, that inspire you, and things that are really simple and easy to achieve. It might be running a hot bath, it might be going for a short walk, it might be, cuddling, one of your children. So that would be my advice. Find something that you can do to nurture your soul. All right, so I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I've got a few things coming up that I thought I would share with you. So I've got an Accelerate Your Intuition course coming up, which is in March, and we've just opened registrations for that now. So it's on the 16th and 17th, I believe. I'm just checking the dates. Bear with me and I'll have a look on the computer. Okay. March, where are we? Accelerate Your Intuition, yes, 16th and 17th of March. Beck was drawn to the baby in the centre. My bubs is snoozing. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Definitely where I've, just having to read your message, definitely where I've been at, simplifying. Yeah, there's, I remember when my babies were little, there's something, you could spend hours and hours just staring into those gorgeous little eyes, couldn't you? And I loved breastfeeding. It was one of my most treasured memories, actually, was the bonding time with my children. And yes, time flies so fast. My baby now is 10 years old. So all right, those dates again for Accelerate Your Intuition, they are on the 16th and the 17th of March. And the workshop's only $397 for a full 2 days. It's a really experiential course. I give you it's for beginners, and I give you, we talk about psychometry, we talk about angels. I'll take you on a guided meditation that if you're open to connecting with a high-level guide, you'll be introduced to a life guide so that you can start to learn how to go within and trust your own intuition, and how to make that connection so that you can start to bring through your own wisdom and your own intuition to just make life easier and put you into the pathway of joy. One of the things I've noticed about intuition is that most of us already know we are intuitive, and it's just that we know intuition can save us from the fearful aspects of life. It's just where we, we get a gut instinct where, we just get a bad feeling about something, and we kind of know to trust that gut instinct and move into another direction, or we've found when we didn't listen, it's like, I so knew, I had this feeling that just something wasn't right. Or, again, you walk into a space and you can just feel energy in a room. But what I like to focus on is that there's a whole range of benefits that can be brought into your life when you start to fine-tune your intuition and really learn how, different aspects can benefit you in life in some of the most profound ways. And one of my, and this is the kind of things we dive into in Accelerate Your Intuition, but one of my most favourite aspects of developing my intuition is the connections that I have been able to experience with other people. So there's something really something really beautiful when you learn to love yourself and get in tune with your own energy that allows you to have a deeper connection with others. And so if I look back over my 15 years and the many different modalities I've trained in and the things that have really inspired me, and one of the things that has just continued to be in my vortex and something I've gone back to time and time again is just angel cards. Look at this picture. This is just another one I picked up. And they make it fun to reset your mind and get you into a positive vibration. So I hope you have enjoyed this live feed, and I look forward to connecting with you again. We're going to be doing this at lunchtime every Monday. So if you have any other questions, or if there's any particular topics on intuition and Reiki healing that you would like me to cover, then send me a message and let me know if there's anything particular that you would like to learn. And I wish you the most joyful, abundantly happy week ahead. Play well, have fun, and I will see you soon. Namaste.